So my name is Danielle McCarthy, I'm 20, and for the past 2 years I've been suffering from anxiety, OCD, and in the last couple of months I'm diagnosed with depression. That's kind of the thing, it's hard to pinpoint one specific thought because with each of those three there are so many thoughts going on at the same time. I mean, like, overthinking isn't a condition as such, but that's basically what drives the anxiety and drives your OCD, so it's a constant worry. So all the thoughts have a worry behind them, and then it depends on the situation at the time, how heightened your anxiety, or if you're going to be upset, if you're going to be, sometimes it can be extremely happy, but you can get really emotional then as well. So a lot of the time during my worst bouts it's just sadness, because that's all I've ever said is that, like, when I'm that low I just want to feel happy again, feel calm and at ease, but you're so on edge all the time because your thoughts are racing so much, causing such a high level of upset and anxiety. Like, it got to a stage where I physically couldn't leave my house without having a plan, and that's where the OCD steps in. So it's a constant need for consistency and structure and order, and if I didn't have that, then that would lead to the anxiety. So it all kind of like, it all knocks on each other. In the last 2 years, because I've acknowledged that I need help, I'm getting the help that I need, and I'm learning how to manage those thoughts then. So recently, yeah, I can manage the thoughts when they're there. That was March 2 years ago, I think, because like I said, I physically couldn't leave. Like, this is even going to work. Like, I'd say the night before, okay, who's bringing me to work, who's collecting me, where are you collecting me, what time are you collecting me? And if they were a second late, it's like, they've crashed the car, somebody's died, I have to go to this. And I've already planned out my parents' funeral because they're 30 seconds late collecting me from work. Like, it's a constant cycle of paranoia just because there's the slightest breakdown in consistency. And I mean, like, they all kind of interlink in with each other. Now with the OCD, it's not a case of, like, a lot of people have it where they can't look at something or they can't touch something. It's like the counting or washing your hands and things like that. I mean, I like keeping my hands clean, but that's not what my OCD comes from. It's more of a structure, so it's more manageable than the anxiety. And because as soon as I started feeling the serious lows, like not being able to get out of bed, not wanting to go into work, ringing me and saying I'm sick, just because I physically couldn't get myself out of the bed, that's when I was like, something else isn't right. And that's when I went to the doctor and I was like, look, I'm feeling like this, and that's when they were like, okay, we're looking at depression. So because I could spot the signs of that I could nip it in the bud quicker than the other two. But anxiety is by far and away the most difficult to manage because it can creep up on you at any time. Like, even coming in today, I was 2 minutes before 7, and I'm just like, they're gonna get angry that I was late, they're gonna close up, somebody's gonna miss out on this, I'm not gonna give them their content, and it's already just a constant cycle of overthinking and thinking the worst. We've already convinced yourself that it's happened. And like I said, my parents will be 30 seconds late. I've convinced myself that I'm looking after my 2 younger sisters for the rest of my life. Like, your thought process is absolutely crazy. Like, if I can map out every single thought, none of it correlates, none of it makes sense. But it's still so ingrained in you to believe that it's true and that you can't stop it in its tracks. In the last couple of months I haven't really been able to manage emotions well. So because my range of emotion is literally so exponential, like, it can go up and down really quickly depending on what I'm going through myself, I tended to take it out on others a lot, and that's when I was like, okay, this isn't okay. And I recently started CBT, so cognitive behavioural therapy, and again, that's just learning how to map my thoughts and stop them before it gets to a point where I'm screaming and shouting at everybody, or I'm just sitting in my room alone because my thoughts are so loud in my head, I'm just rocking back and forth trying to control it. I am also on medication as well, so that combats some of it, but a lot of it is going for counselling, going for therapy, and just kind of being active a lot more. So when I was on co-op placement, I was just sitting in an office all day, every day. Whereas now, I'm in a salon, I'm meeting new people every day, I'm on my feet all the time, I go out walking, I'm in a house that I'm happy in. So it's trying to find the good things. So it's like tracking what you eat and how you sleep. My CBT therapist has started like doing daily positive journals, so just 3 small things every day, just to take some bit of good. Like your day can just be shit, and you just take 3 tiny little good things. Like it could be just the fact, like I put on makeup before I went to work this morning, so I had gotten out of bed on time. So that's something positive that I'm going to take today and feel good about it. I had no idea that existed, but I'm so bloody glad it does. Oh my god, we had none of that really growing up, and it's such a distinct memory. When I was about 6, 7, 8, 9, I always remember being like, "Mum, my tummy doesn't feel right. It's all kind of twisted. It's all really sore. I don't know what's wrong." She's like, "Actually, look, there's just the butterflies in your tummy. You're only excited about something." I'm like, nothing to be excited about. I feel so tense. But nothing's ever really explained like that. Like, everybody worries, but you don't know what level of worry is too much worry. And growing up in school as well, I had a friend of mine who did suffer from anxiety a lot, but would have extreme anxiety attacks. So, on the floor, unable to breathe, unable to move, paper bags. So to me, that's what I was conditioned to believe anxiety was, not the butterflies in your tummy that I've had since I was 6 years old. So it's learning to recognize the signs and symptoms, and when a child needs to be okay to go to somebody and be like, "Look, this isn't really okay." But if there is people like yourselves who do that for little kids, like, it's incredible, because I know for a fact I didn't have that growing up in secondary or primary school. That my level of overthinking and my level of planning and structure and worrying wasn't healthy and it wasn't okay. I mean, it ruined friendships and things like that for me in school, because I'd be worried about situations, or I wouldn't go out places because I can't even tell you why I wouldn't go, because I don't even remember anymore. But I couldn't go on nights out. I couldn't even go on sleepovers, because I'd be like, well, what if something happens while I'm away, or what if my parents are coming out to collect me and something happens to them and then it's my fault and I don't blame you. Like, it's like saying it out loud, I can hear how I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But when you're in that mindset, you have the step-by-step outcomes already decided in your head, and it's draining more than anything. But if you were taught from this age up until you're in college and that's sometimes feeling like that, it's okay, but you need to be able to say it. Like, you get told like, "Oh, if you're ever sad," and things like that, talk to an adult and say it. But I think a lot of the older generation kind of brush it off, because it's not that mental health is taboo, but it's like they don't want to accept that their child has something wrong with them. I mean, I said it in my Voices of UL as well. If you have a broken leg, if you have a broken arm, if you have some sort of physical injury that somebody can see, they're going to offer help straight away. But if your chest is so tight and your head is spinning from everything that's going on, nobody can see that, so it's not there. So it's that kind of mentality growing up with kids. Like, kids look for attention, they're attention seeking when they're like, "My tummy's upset, I don't feel well." I can see it in my own sister, she's 10, and she'll say things to me and be like, "Look, so why are we talking about this? Why are you worrying about this right now?" She said to me months back, she's like, "I'm so nervous about going into 5th class, like the work is going to be so hard, I'm going to have so much homework, I'm going to get in trouble, it's not going to be done." I was like, "It's Christmas Day, what are you doing?" But it's because I can see in her what I didn't see in myself when I was her age. So if there's people out there who can stop it when she's 10, please do, because I don't want her at 20 years of age having to pay a therapist and pay for medication every month because they're not okay in themselves. Just talk, just start that conversation. I was 17 when I started that conversation, and it was a little bit too late. Now it's never too late, but if I could have stopped this 6th class, 1st year, 2nd year, I would have had a happier run through secondary school. I wouldn't be having as tough a time as I am now with my mental health. I just think I could be in a different place completely if I had had somebody tell me at age 13 what I know now, and the help that I know is out there.